The vast expanse of Russia, stretching across 2 continents, is a land of immense diversity, and encompassing a multitude of climates and terrains, has profoundly shaped its history and the lives of its people. From the icy plains of Siberia to the fertile steppes of the south, this immense geography has both nurtured and challenged the people who have called it home for centuries. Early inhabitants like the nomadic Scythians and Sarmatians traversed these lands, leaving their mark on the cultural tapestry of the region through their unique traditions. Rivers, particularly the Volga, Dnieper and Don, served as vital arteries of communication and trade, connecting communities and fostering cultural exchange across vast distances. These waterways became conduits for the transmission of ideas, goods and people, profoundly impacting the development of early Russian society and its interconnectedness. The arrival of the Vikings or Varangians from Scandinavia in the 9th century AD added another layer to this complex mix of cultures and influences. These skilled seafarers and warriors established trading settlements and intermingled with the local Slavic population, creating a rich cultural blend. This fusion of cultures laid the foundation for the emergence of the first identifiable East Slavic state, known as Kievan Rus, a significant milestone in Russian history. It was in this period that the seeds of a distinct Russian identity began to take root, nurtured by the convergence of Slavic, Viking, and Byzantine influences, each contributing uniquely. The vastness of the land, combined with the challenges and opportunities it presented, played a crucial role in shaping the character of these early societies and their resilience. The challenges posed by the environment fostered resilience and adaptability among the inhabitants of these lands, traits that would define them for generations. From the harsh winters to the vast distances, survival depended on resourcefulness and a deep connection to the land, which was both a provider and a challenge. These early interactions with the environment would leave a lasting imprint on the Russian psyche, shaping their worldview and their approach to the world beyond their borders, influencing their future endeavors. The emergence of Kievan Rus in the 9th century marked a pivotal moment in Russian history, laying the foundation for future states. Centered around the city of Kiev, this early state flourished as a center of trade and culture, linking the Byzantine Empire in the south with the Scandinavian world in the north, creating a vibrant and diverse society. The adoption of Christianity from Byzantium in the late 10th century further solidified Kievan Rus as a major power, bringing with it literacy, art, and a sophisticated legal system that would influence the region for centuries. Under the rule of powerful princes like Vladimir the Great and Yaroslav the Wise, Kievan Rus experienced a golden age, characterized by territorial expansion, legal codification, and cultural blossoming that left a lasting legacy. However, this period of prosperity was not to last. Internal divisions among the ruling princes, coupled with external pressures from migrating Turkic tribes, gradually weakened the fabric of Kievan Rus, leading to its decline. The Mongol invasion in the 13th century delivered a devastating blow, from which Kievan Rus would never recover, altering the course of its history forever. The Mongol hordes under the leadership of Batu Khan swept across the East Slavic lands, sacking cities and decimating the population, leaving a trail of destruction. This cataclysmic event shattered the unity of Kievan Rus, plunging the region into a period of fragmentation and foreign domination that would last for generations. Though the Mongol yoke would weigh heavily on the Russian lands for centuries, it also had unintended consequences that shaped the future. The need to resist and ultimately overthrow Mongol rule fostered a sense of shared purpose and identity among the East Slavic peoples, uniting them in their struggle. It was from the ashes of Kievan Rus that a new power, centered around the city of Moscow, would eventually arise, heralding a new era in Russian history. The rise of Moscow from a small principality in the shadow of its more powerful rivals to the dominant power in the Russian lands is a fascinating tale of transformation. It is a story of ambition, cunning, and a fair share of ruthlessness. This ascendancy began under the rule of Ivan I, who earned the moniker Kalita, Moneybag, for his shrewd financial dealings and his ability to curry favor with the Mongol overlords, securing Moscow's position. Ivan III's successors continued his policy of consolidating power, gradually expanding their territory and influence at the expense of their rivals, both near and far. The marriage of Ivan III to Sophia Paleolog, the niece of the last Byzantine emperor, further enhanced Moscow's prestige, linking it with the legacy of the fallen empire and bolstering its claim as the Third Rome. It was under Ivan III that the final vestiges of Mongol rule were cast off, marking a decisive turning point in Russian history and the rise of a new era. His grandson Ivan IV, known as the Terrible, would complete the transformation of Moscow from a principality into a powerful tsardom. Ivan IV's reign was marked by a mixture of territorial expansion, brutal repression, and administrative reforms. He centralized power, established a system of service nobility, and expanded Russian territory eastward into Siberia, laying the groundwork for the vast Russian Empire that would emerge in the centuries to come. His reign also saw the introduction of the Oprichnina, a period of state terror and paranoia that resulted in the deaths of thousands of people, including many nobles. Despite the brutality of his rule, Ivan IV left an undeniable mark on Russia, solidifying its status as a major power and setting the stage for its continued expansion and influence. Peter the Great, one of Russia's most iconic rulers, embarked on a series of ambitious reforms that forever changed the landscape of the country. His vision was to transform Russia into a modern state, capable of competing with the great powers of Europe. To achieve this, Peter implemented sweeping changes across various sectors. He modernized the army, introducing new tactics and technologies that bolstered Russia's military might. Additionally, he established a navy, which played a crucial role in expanding Russian influence. But Peter's reforms weren't limited to the military. He also revolutionized the government, introducing new administrative structures that improved efficiency and centralized power. This reorganization allowed for more effective governance and set the stage for future developments. Education and culture were also high on Peter's agenda. He founded schools and academies, promoting scientific and technical knowledge. This emphasis on learning helped cultivate a more educated and skilled populace, driving innovation and progress. Peter's ambitions extended beyond domestic reforms. He sought to expand Russia's territory and influence, engaging in numerous conflicts to secure strategic positions. These efforts not only increased Russia's landholdings but also elevated its status on the global stage. In summary, Peter the Great's reign was marked by profound changes that propelled Russia into a new era. His legacy is a testament to the power of visionary leadership and the enduring impact of comprehensive reform. During the 18th century, Russia experienced a period of enlightenment and significant imperial expansion. Under leaders like Peter the Great and Catherine the Great, the nation modernized its institutions and extended its borders. This era marked Russia's transformation into a major European power. The 19th century was a tumultuous time for Russia, characterized by numerous wars and complex diplomatic maneuvers. The country found itself embroiled in the Great Game, a strategic rivalry with the British Empire over Central Asia. These conflicts and alliances shaped the geopolitical landscape of the region. The 20th century introduced the Soviet experiment, a radical transformation of Russian society and governance. The October Revolution of 1917 led to the establishment of the Soviet Union, which became a superpower with significant global influence. This period saw rapid industrialization, intense political repression, and a lasting impact on international relations. With the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991, Russia entered a new era. The transition from a communist state to a market economy was fraught with challenges. Today, Russia and its neighbors navigate a complex landscape of political, economic, and social change, striving to define their place in the modern world.